Hi, I'm Paul Withers. I'm a reporter with CBC. I've been a reporter for CBC for 35 years, and I've been covering Sable in various forms for at least 20, 25 years. I think almost all Nova Scotians probably would like to go to Sable Island. I just think it's probably something that's on everyone's bucket list. It certainly was on mine. I find that the scientific inquiry that involves Sable, really interesting. Hundreds of years, ships have been wrecked there. People have been on that island. There's been research there for forever. So it's been a place of sort of mystery. It's also been a place that's been an active news story. I mean, there are bigger forces at work there. There is climate change. There is an island that constantly moves. The dunes are a lot bigger than you think. There's a lot more wildlife there. I'm aware of ghost gear and fishing gear and plastics, but you really see that on the beach. That washes up. It's a very alive place. It's a place where people have been for a while. There's lots of evidence that the people have been there. You really get a sense of isolation, and you are in the middle of the Atlantic there. It's one of the foggiest places. It is the most foggiest place on Earth during summertime. So it's a place where really monumental, elemental forces in the Atlantic meet. When it will decide whether the Prime Minister's views on this project. 40 years of reporter, I should be able to connive a way onto Sable Island, and that's what I've accomplished.
How did you connive your way on?
It was honestly earned. It was, there was a fog study, a really big leagues fog study trying to predict marine fog that's being funded by the U.S. Office of Naval Research. So the U.S. military wants to understand fog. We want to understand fog as civilians, airliners landing, highways, weather predictions, harbors. There's all sorts of interest in this particular subject. So the person who was running it from Notre Dame University said, "Would you like a seat?" And so I thought about that for about a nanosecond. I said, "Yes, sir, I would." But they've got towers that they've built there. They've got cameras. They've got LiDAR. They've got drones going. I mean, Sable is horses, Sable is seals, Sable is seabirds, and now Sable is scientists, because there's probably a dozen of them out there right now, involved in this month-long, expedition to better understand how marine fog is created and how to predict it. So this was my first real assignment, shooting a story by myself at age 60. So I was living and learning, and so there were interviews where I didn't press the red button, that I had to do a re-interview. So, it's the usual panic attack in putting together a story, just amplified by the fact that I was now the television cameraman myself. And it was actually a person from Parks Canada who told me to just stop, look around, look at where you are and look at what you're seeing, and that sort of thing. And it really was a deep breath kind of moment to say, wow, take this in. You've always wanted to see it. Well, now you are seeing it. That is a striking sort of thing about going to Sable, is, it's what they say it is. It is a very impressive place.